Hey everybody, Zee Garcia here, and here's what I reviewed last week. I reviewed Animal Tactica. This is a little card game in which you are trying to shed all the cards from your hand. I rate this a 4 out of 10. It's very much like the Great Dalmuti or, tons of other card shedding games. But the clever idea, the twist in it is extremely fragile, and while the game looks really cute and the components are good, I just did not find the game to be very fun. It's just not a fun game. It's too many quick reversals of fortune. It doesn't feel like it gives you enough of a hand size to play cleverly. It just didn't. You do what you can, and that's about it. So this one was a disappointment, unfortunately. I also reviewed Honga. I rate this a 7 out of 10. This is one family weight game from Haba, and it's really neat. It has this idea of playing cards to take different actions. You're doing a lot of resource collection in it, and you are trying to appease the saber-toothed tiger in the center of the board. Very clever. The replayability might be a little bit on the low side, but the game looks very good, and I definitely enjoyed my plays of it. I reviewed Space Explorers. I rate this a 7.5 out of 10. This is a card game a lot like Splendor. In many ways, very much like Splendor, in which you are buying cards, putting them in front of you, and those cards help you get more cards and better cards and so forth. What makes it better for me than Splendor is that many of the cards have special powers on them, while it's the top card in a stack in front of you. I really liked it. Theme is certainly pasted on, but I enjoyed the gameplay. Thinky, some downtime, but a clever game. Lastly, I reviewed Christmas Tree, 2nd edition, which I rate an 8 out of 10. Really solid card drafting game. And I also did a comparison video comparing the first edition to the 2nd edition, which I actually reviewed. So you can check out both of those to see my thoughts in a bubble, or also comparing both of them. But I really like it. It's well themed. It's attractive. It has a nice cadence to it. Really enjoyed that one. That's it for me. I will see you all on the next one.
Hey folks, welcome back to another week in review. Did 5 videos for you this week. 3 of them were reviews. The first one was a game called Pocket Sub. This is an abstract strategy game that has a submarine warfare theme very loosely and thinly wrapped around it. I gave it a 5 out of 10, just middle of the road for me. It was neither here nor there. It had some cool things in it, but ultimately I could rather pass on it. The second one was a game called Dungeon Duel. Now this is a card game that simulates a dungeon crawl where it's 2 players, where each player takes their heroes and their party through 3 levels of a dungeon. And basically whoever has the highest level at the end of that, or if you can basically whittle your opponent's party down to 0 hit points. There's some other in-game conditions there, but generally you're trying to simply level up your group. It was fun, had some neat elements to it, but the win conditions I thought were a little wonky, and that's really kind of put me off to it, so I just gave it a 6 out of 10. Libraria is another abstract strategy game that I actually enjoyed more than Pocket Subs. I gave it a 6 out of 10 because it was simple. It was more streamlined, didn't have as many convolutions to it. The theme is librarians collecting shelves of books and scoring points based on how many books they're able to collect on their shelves, that type of stuff. The theme is non-existent, frankly, but I enjoyed it more than Pocket Subs, so I gave it a 6 out of 10. Also did a comparison for Stone Age, the original core box, and the new Stone Age Anniversary box. So I show you what comes in each of those, so you can make a better informed decision. And then I also did my top 10 Fantasy Flight games game list, or top 10 games from Fantasy Flight. Yeah, that Fantasy Flight games. Yeah, that's the way to say it. Anyway, probably some of that list, most of it is probably known to you, but there are some things in there that you might not have guessed. So go ahead and check that out. Top 10 games from Fantasy Flight games. And that's it from me. We'll see you guys and gals on the flip side. Enjoy the rest of your review.